Hello, Math 245 class. This is Professor DeCalagero with a hopefully very short introduction to the course. Some of you may have watched the one that I posted the other day, but there was no sound, so I am on my third attempt and I am using different software, so fingers crossed that it works. So many of you have already been into the class Blackboard if you're in the online class. I have not opened it up for the hybrid or face-to-face, but we'll do that shortly. Everything looks very similar. So there is a start here, a little welcome. After you read this welcome, there is what the next steps are listed at the bottom. And the first thing is to take a look at the syllabus. So we're going to look at the syllabus, just a few places, a few kind of highlighted places. And if you can't open the syllabus for some reason, try accessing it through Google Chrome rather than a Microsoft product. It is housed in Google Docs, and sometimes that's the issue if you can't get the syllabus to come up. But when you click here, you will see a copy of the syllabus, and it's got table of contents, the outline to the left, and while you're in here, you can download it any format you want. You can print it out if you'd like to have a hard copy. This is the syllabus for the 245 class, but each class has a different syllabus and a different way to access the Lumen system, which is going to be our course delivery system for this class. So what are you taking? You are taking Math 245, and we're going to do a whole bunch of statistics. This class is now called Statistics 1, and it replaces the Math 157 class that we used to offer, which was called Elementary Statistics. 245 is a relatively rigorous course, but if you have the proper prerequisites and you put the time in, you're going to be just fine in this class, okay? So one thing to note, there's no required textbook for you to buy. We're using Open Educational Resources, which is also called OER, and there are some textbooks that I've embedded within the course, some readings for you to do, and here are the sites where you can get interactive online copies of these textbooks if you're interested in looking through them, but they are inside the course. What you need a computer with internet access. You do not need to go out and buy a graphing calculator. You can if you want, but you don't need it for this course. We're going to use spreadsheets, we're going to use Google, we're going to use Excel, and that will, for the most part, cover your technology needs. There's a list of topics, and I just want to point out a few things in the syllabus. You really need to read it. You do have to take a syllabus quiz after you've gone through it. The syllabus quiz counts as a quiz, and you take the syllabus quiz in Blackboard, and everything else will be taken on the Lumen system. There's a description and a format of the course, and I'm not going to go through that here because when we go and we look inside the course in the Lumen system, most of these things, all of these things will be addressed. And there's some good stuff about how to take this course online. Now, if you are in the online section, you have an extra question on your syllabus quiz. It is the selfie question. So you'll need a photo ID and you'll put that up to your face. You'll take a selfie. You'll upload that as your last question. And when I meet with you online or in person I don't really need the selfie. But when I meet with you for your verification, then I will use that as part of your verification. Now, if you do the verification, you do not have to take the final exam at a testing center. So the hybrid and online classes will have the opportunity to take the test at home. The face-to-face class will most likely take it during class time. Exams, quizzes, any kind of assessment in this class, you are welcome to use your notes on. I will just point out, and I'll point out again, that when you take the final exam, you have to stay within the final exam. You can't click in the Lumen system elsewhere, but there'll be more on that when we get closer to the final in December. The course schedule lists what you need to do Now, some of you did try to watch the course intro and it had no sound, so I will relink the course intro once I get it recorded. You will need to take the syllabus quiz in Blackboard, enroll in the Lumen Learning System, post your autobiography, which is located in the Lumen Learning System. Now, in order to enroll in Lumen Learning, if you go to, we're going to scroll up to the first page of our syllabus, and there's a course ID on the first page and a enrollment key. The enrollment key and course ID will be different for different classes. So the online class, the hybrid class, and the face-to-face class have different IDs and enrollment keys, but this is where you will find them. If you don't have an account on Lumen Learning already, you're going to go to ohm.lumenlearning.com, create an account. You must link that account with your VCCS email address. I encourage you to use your MyTCC login ID as your login, but more importantly, it must be linked with your TCC email address. And if it's not, I can't necessarily make sure that the person taking the course is the person in Blackboard, especially with people who have name changes, or you might use a nickname online in the Lumen course. So please, please, please make sure you use that email address when you register. And you can also update that email address if you've had an account previously and you used a personal email. So we're going to come back over here. We're just going to look at the course schedule for a minute and the grade policy. So we have these things called adventures. The first one runs from the 17th to the 1st. In each adventure, you have experiences, which are just sort of subsections, and in there you will have homework in the experiences and you're expected to do lecture responses. We'll look at the lecture responses in the OHM system, but know that those are 10% of your grade. And if you choose not to do them, your grade will drop by a full letter grade. For pretty much each adventure, you have a critical thinking assignment and a quiz. And then some of these adventures, you will have a project. We're going to do a semester-long project, or half an 8-week-long project. And you have a project due from Adventure 1, but we're not doing any sort of project in Adventure 2. So we will spend more time on that project later, but to give you an idea of how the course is set up. The grading policy is broken down like this. The homework is worth 20%. Those virtual lecture responses are worth 10%. You may do 2 extras, extra credit. Quizzes are online in the Lumen system. They're 20%. Critical thinkings are online in Lumen. They are 15% of your grade, and those are I have to grade. So once you submit it, you will not get a grade for them right away. The semester project is 15%, and the final exam is 20%. And I will drop 1 quiz and 1 homework. The other thing is course communication. If you need to email me from your VCCS email account, please make sure you identify yourself. And I apologize, this is a mistake here. This should say Math 245, and I'll get that updated after I finish this recording. But I need to know what class you're in, who you are, what section you're in, so that I can easily answer your question. If you message me through the Lumen account, it identifies you, and it might even identify what you're asking about, depending on how you send the message to me. So please be careful how you send me emails through the VCCS site, and I encourage you to use the messaging on Lumen. Text messaging, I have a mobile number listed. I'm happy to have you text me, but please identify yourself, because I have 5 classes and I have no idea who you are if you don't say who you are and what class you're in. Okay? And I may not respond to you if you don't tell me who you are. All right, so in order to be present, you need to take the syllabus quiz by Friday. Saturday's fine. Register for the course and do your lecture responses. Now, once you've taken your syllabus quiz, which if we just look here, is listed here, you have 2 attempts on the quiz, and only the better of your 2 scores will be recorded. Once you've done that, you are pretty much done with Blackboard. So you'll go to the Lumen site, ohm.lumenlearning.com. And if you don't have an account yet, you'll create an account. And then once you get in, this is what our class will look like to you. When I have announcements to post, they will be posted here. The first thing you need to do is go underneath Start Here. There's another welcome. Underneath that is a folder on technology. And in there, you will find a link to my Excel course spreadsheet and some help using Excel. I really spend some time in there. If I click on technology, you can see I have a Excel spreadsheet, I wrote it in Google Docs, in Google Sheets actually, and you can access it. So you can make your own localized copy, or you can download it as an Excel file, and you can use those calculations to help you. With the changes in this course, not all those calculations will actually be in there, but you can look at how I wrote the cells, and you can use that to help you along in this class. Now, in terms of technology, if you don't, all of you have BCCS Gmail accounts, basically, which gives you access to the Docs program, the spreadsheet program, a presentation program. If you want to have Office, and Excel is more robust than the Google Sheets, and I love Google Sheets, so it kills me to say that, but you can get a free copy of the Microsoft 365 Excel, and you just go to this link and you can download it. You can download it they have a Mac version, they have a Windows version. There is a Chrome app, and I'm not sure yet if they've gotten that working, but there's options there. And so Professor Watts wrote something about getting to know spreadsheet software. I encourage you to watch that. This is the textbook I'm using for the 154, the new quantitative reasoning class. So there's some good material in there if you're using Excel. And here's just sort of a getting started in Excel video. Now, I'm in this place. Now, how do I go back up a level? I can hit the back button at the bottom of the screen, or if I'm at the top of the screen, I can also just go up a level. So this will take me back to Start Here as well. Make sure you post your autobiographies, some information, more course information's here. And this time I'm going to just choose back, and it'll take me up a level. The syllabus is located, another copy of the syllabus is located in here, and it's fully indexed. And there's some links to those textbooks that they're linked in the syllabus as well. And there's more information. And if you have a specific question about the course, please post it in here. So I'm going to go back up a level. And hopefully I can get back up a level. I didn't have any internet issues, because that doesn't make me feel good when we're stuck here. There we go. Now I'm going to take a look at the adventures with you. And Adventure 1, every time you go in an adventure, there's the learning outcomes, there's some sort of introduction. All the adventures are made up of experiences, and at the end of the adventures is an end of adventure assessment, or assessments folder. So Experience 0 does not contain homework in it, so we're going to skip that for now, and we're going to look at Experience 2. Why not just look at Experience 2? So every experience has sort of an introduction, why we're doing this, has the learning outcomes, and if I want to see the learning outcomes, I can click, and again, I can go to Return to Course page, or even just click one level up. It'll take me where I am. How are you going to get the majority of your instruction in this course? It is through the course materials. So every experience has course materials. It's readings and videos. And here are the readings. And then here are the videos. So these are videos that instruct you how to do the work that you need to do for the course. The videos have a distinct naming system. We're in Adventure 1, Experience 2, Video 1, and they're listed here. You have to respond to at least 25 of these videos over the whole course, and you should be doing that as you move along, because the responses are to help you kind of remember what you learned. You should watch a video, do a response. So let's say I decided to do watch this video. I click on the link, and this is not one I created.
In this video, we're going to look at how to find quartiles and construct a box.
Okay, so you watch that video. It's something that I found. And after I've done that, I'm going to click on the virtual lecture response form. The virtual lecture response form is a Google form. You're going to choose the virtual lecture that you watch, and I think we watched just the basic box plots one. You choose that there. You'll put what you learned. Here you'll type a few sentences. You're going to put your first name in, your last name in, and then your VCCS email account. So do not email me at this account because I don't check it, but this is the email account. You're going to make sure you put in your whole email account, and then you're going to hit submit. And I get your response, but because you put your email address in, you will also get a receipt of your response. And then if there's any questions about which ones you've submitted, you will have your receipts. I would encourage you to create a little folder in your inbox on your account and put all the receipts in there. Okay, so here's where you're going to get your instruction. When you're done with your instruction, you're going to go back up a level. And in here, there's something called class presentations and notes. And if the class presentations are in the face-to-face or hybrid classes, they might be what I would use as lecture notes for a day. And then there's this great area called vocabulary notation and formulas. And one of my colleagues had put this together. And so there's some vocabulary words in here, some examples, some good information in here under class presentations. Let me click back up a level. Next is the homework E2, organizing data. And if you look in here, there's some questions for us to do. Let me find something. If I'm going to do a question, this one, how much did they spend on food? 5 number summary. This is all too much work for me, but in here, here are some things, and I'm looking at it and comparing, and I'm going to say, I'm going to say they're making more than 50% of their teachers. I'm going to hit submit. And I know, oh gosh, I didn't mean to be right. Let's try something else. I got to be wrong. All right, so I'm just putting numbers that are wrong. But the point is, you put in numbers in here, and okay, these are all wrong. I'm going to get it wrong. I'm going to get wrong one time. Funny enough, I got one right just by random guessing. And then you can see these numbers. See how 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 18. I'm going to try it one more time. And I got it wrong. But I can try it again. I can try a similar question. And you see how the numbers are different in this question? I could actually redo this question. And I actually knew that this, I don't know why I got such an easy question. Maybe the computer knew I was just having a rough day. And I should get this right. Right. And I have a check mark. And so this gets recorded as a check mark at 100%. As long as you get your homework done by the due date, you're all set. You can come back in, you can redo your homework. You can even try questions when you get it right. But that's how homework works. Now, there's something right here that says late pass allowed. When this is fully explained in your syllabus, but you are allowed 20 late passes over the course of the semester, and they extended assignment out by 24 hours. So if you're not going to get it done, or if let's say you forgot to do it, you can go back in and use a late pass even after the due date. But if you're going back in and it's been 2 days in the past, you're going to have to use 2 late passes. When you're in the homework, one thing I did not point out to you, but let's say you had a question, you can post this question to the forum. And when you do that, it will actually put the question, and then you can 5 numbers summary of the data is shown, and you can don't just post the question. If I see a question just posted to the forum, I'm going to delete it. But you can ask a question. I'm not sure how to find the median. I'm not sure how to, write something and then post it. And this is a great area for you guys to help each other and learn. And it did actually pop it up in another window. So you can post it. And even if I go back to Forum Talk, but I see somebody already asked a question. Here's the data set. So here is another thing. There's no question here. So whoever did answer this question, I'm not inclined to help them because they did not actually ask me a question. You have to ask a specific question in order to get some help. All right. So once you're done with the homework, we can go back up a level. You're done with the homework, done with the experience, and you can go back up to Adventure 1. And the last thing I want to point to you is the assessments. So the end of Adventure assessments, this is a critical thinking. You'll watch this video, you'll answer these questions, and to get into it, you just click on it. You have to create a thread to post your response, okay? You can't actually read anybody else's thread until you've posted your own. So go back up here, that's our critical thinking. It's a forum, it's like a discussion board. There's a quiz here. Quiz is due by the 29th. You may use late passes on it. You may try each question on the quiz up to 3 times with a 10% penalty per time. But do not start the quiz and then go back to the homework. It doesn't work that way. You do the quiz after you've completed all the homework. And then the first project, there's a video to explain this. And I'm going to hold some project sessions, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the project. So that is just a short, quick, dirty introduction to the course. I'm really hoping this one recorded so I can get this out to you tonight. And please let me know if you have any questions. Take care.